Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy. Hope you guys are having a great Friday so far. As Emily and I just got home from the gym, I still have my workout shirt on, and I'm stinky, but hopefully you guys can't smell it. Today, guys, our topic is most of the public's expectations of losing that belly fat or body fat or hip fat, whatever fat you're looking to lose, your expectations most likely are set too high. And the reason for that is because most people will Google either a weight loss meal plan or a weight loss program, and they try to follow the program on their own by just maybe purchasing some kind of a meal plan or an exercise plan. Either they buy the meal plan or the exercise plan together, or they buy them individually. Well, most of the public just does not realize that there's a lot more to losing weight or losing body fat, and there's a lot more to going on a weight loss journey than just purchasing a meal plan or an exercise plan. And that's why it's really important, why we explain to our online personal coaching clients that education is way up there. You need to know why you're doing the meal plan, or why you're doing intermittent fasting. You guys know that, follow me, that Emily and I we do high fat, low carb meals, and we combine it with intermittent and extended fasting. We've been doing it for a few years now with great success. But people just set their expectations on how quickly they're going to lose that belly fat or body fat because of the program they might have purchased on Google, and the information that who's ever selling it most likely is not telling you the whole story, or is not telling you the truth. Because like I said, there's a whole lot more to venturing into losing your weight in the first place. But the big key is keeping it off. And that's where most people fail. And and I'm talking about ourselves. I mean, in the past, we've done the same thing. It's an up and down yo-yo effect when it comes to losing weight and gaining weight back. Well, the program or the courses that we found that works, and science has proven this, that they work. As a matter of fact, the program has been around for over 2,000 years. Oh, by the way, this is my non-fasting day. So, of course, I got my fat coffee with collagen protein in it. And so what I did, guys, is I wanted to kind of give you guys an up and up on the different factors that are involved when you're trying to lose the weight, and how important education is for yourself so that you can keep that body fat off for the rest of your life. And also understand that the program is very simple to follow, and by doing it naturally, not with medication or tons of supplementation, but using real healthy foods, your body will adjust to your lifestyle in a way that it will never want to go back to your old high carb lifestyle. And that's the key, is that you have to follow a course or a program that is actually the body is designed to do in the first place. See, your body was never designed to live off of carbohydrates as its primary energy source. And that's the issue right now in the United States, is that people are, obesity epidemic, type 2 diabetes in the young and old epidemic, dementia epidemic. All these diseases most of them are driven by the types of foods you're eating, and also how often you're eating. And this is not me saying this. This is actually science saying the same thing. And so this is a list. This is just a common list of what you need to understand when it comes to venturing into a weight loss journey, and why you need to understand it takes time. Each individual is not the same. Some people jump into what we call fat burning, and those of you that follow me know what I mean, very quickly, even in the first week of doing the course. They jump into fat burning very quickly. Some people, it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks before their body starts to actually burn fat as fuel. And there's a lot of factors involved on the reason why it takes longer for others. And see, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot more to it than just jumping in and doing a meal plan and expecting to lose weight in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now, at first, you might lose 2 or 3, 4 pounds, 5, 6 pounds, but most of that's water, guys. And then most of you are jumping on the bathroom scale thinking every single day, and that is not the right way to measure body fat loss, because all that's going to do is give you a mental issue. And most of you are going to fail because you're not losing the weight fast enough. And most of you aren't, when you understand the root cause and when you understand that it takes time, it makes the journey much, much easier for you, and you're a lot more focused. So here are some of the common factors that are involved that you need to educate yourself on, and you actually need to fix these first. Okay, so number one is the driver to weight gain. Number one is what is the driver to why, or the root cause of why most of you are gaining belly fat and body fat, especially if you're 50 plus and you think you're doing everything right. You're doing a ton of exercising, and yet the belly fat or body fat or hip fat is not coming off. And there's a root cause for that reason that needs to be fixed. So the number one on the list is always going to be hormones. Guys, in order to start losing your belly fat, body fat consistently throughout your course or throughout the journey, is you have to understand and educate yourself about the hormones that are actually causing you to gain weight and how to fix that. You also need to learn about the hormones that are designed to help you lose weight and understand how to activate those hormones in order to give you the chance to lose the belly fat and body fat that you're looking to lose and to keep it off for the rest of your life. You also have to look at your food. And so number two on the list is your meal plan. Guys, the bottom line is most of you are carboholics. Most of you are eating multiple carbs per meal. And that's causing the hormone that is designed to gain weight to be out of control. And this has been known for centuries. And so there's plenty of research proving that by you indulging in carbs multiple times a day, that you're actually not going to lose the weight you think you are, and you're going to actually start gaining more weight, especially as you start to age. Now, you'd be shocked, some of you would be shocked knowing which carbs are actually causing the hormone that is designed to gain weight to be out of control, because you've always been told that these carbohydrates are healthy for the body, and they are in moderation and after you've lost all that fat that you've gained. See, once you become what we call fat adapted and you've reached your goals, then those carbs that were taken away from you can start to be introduced back into your lifestyle, but moderately. See, that's the problem. Most people are overindulging in those carbs, and that's going to cause the issue. And you're never, ever going to dip into your own stored body fat as fuel. See, that's the idea, guys. The whole idea here. That's what we teach. You got to switch your body from the primary energy source is carbs. You got to switch it from that to your primary energy source has got to be fat. Because it doesn't make sense, does it? If If you're eating a lot of fat or if you're eating a lot of carbs, your body is going to burn what? The fat you're eating and the carbs you're eating. But the course or the programs that are actually working for millions of people out there and have been working for centuries is being on a high fat, low carb meals, combining it with intermittent fasting and alternate day fasting. I just combining it, do both of them. By doing both of these, you're going to activate your body to be a fat burning machine. Okay? Okay, number 3 on the list is the time you eat. That's where intermittent fasting comes in. Our ancestors never ate 6, 7, 8 meals a day like we've been told for decades to do. We're obese. Our country is very obese, and we've been told for decades, you got to eat breakfast, you got to eat lunch, you got to have a snack, you got to have a snack before dinner, you got to have a snack after dinner. The only reason why you're being told that, guys, is because the food market can make more money if you're eating more. Okay? Plus, by eating that many meals a day, and most of them are hard carbs or processed carbs, that's just going to activate the hormone that stimulates appetite. And so 2 hours later, you'll be hungry again for more carbs or sugar or sweets or whatever. That's the issue. Your hormones are out of control. Okay? So, number 3, the time you eat. Intermittent fasting, extended fasting, alternate day fasting. Those are the most common, healthiest way or times to put your body into a fat burning, or turn it into a fat burning machine. Now, I've talked about this. Education. Educate yourself on this stuff. Find yourself an experienced coach who knows all about high fat, low carb meals, and who's combining it with intermittent fasting and alternate day fasting. And he or she is actually following their own program and their physiques look like it. Because it doesn't make sense to hire somebody that is not in shape. That does not make sense. Or it doesn't make sense to hire somebody that doesn't even follow their own course, does it? So you got to find somebody that does that. Number 5, your why. This is probably one topic that most people fail on. I mean, it happens to me all the time. I'll do a consultation with somebody before they start or before they purchase our course. And I always ask them, what's your why? Why do you want to even do this course? And they're explaining to me, they're hyped up and they're ready to go and they're tired of being sick, or they're tired of being overweight, or they've tried every diet out there, they've tried every exercise out there, and nothing works. And so they saw some of my clients' remarks, and they saw the pictures of them, and they saw the program that we offer, and they see that there's getting great results. And so they're ready to rock and roll. And I said, well, what's your why? I want to know exactly you. Why do you want to do this? I'm not going to give them the answer. I want them to tell me the answer. And 9 out of 10 times, guys, I don't get the right answer. And so basically what I have to do is say, you know what? The answer I'm looking for is overall health. I want to have overall health the rest of my life. If you're a senior, if you're of age, I want you to say, I want to have the best health with the time I have left. I mean, something like that. That's the best answer. The weight gain or the weight loss or the fat loss is a byproduct of that kind of an attitude, because in order to get to the point of overall health, the byproduct is losing that excess body fat or hip fat or butt fat, whatever fat you're trying to get rid of. You see what I'm saying here? So your why has to be super strong. Otherwise, you're going to fail, because in any journey, you're going to have a plateau. I don't care what meal plan you're on. I don't care what exercise you're on. You're going to have a plateau. But there's ways to go through it, and that's where a coach can walk you through a plateau, or even prevent getting a plateau, even before it happens. And I'll explain that in this list. Okay? Mentally ready. Well, that's part of your why. Are you mentally ready to take the journey Do you really seriously want to become healthier and lose that weight? Do you really want to reverse your type 2 diabetes and get off that medication because you've educated yourself on the side effects of the medication and you've educated yourself on the side effects of being type 2 diabetic for a long period of time? You've actually researched it yourself and you're ready? That's the mentality you need to have. You do not want to get any of the side effects from long-term type 2 diabetes, or even if you're overweight, you don't want those side effects because one of the side effects is diabetes, full blown. Okay? The other one is most people don't even realize they have a fatty liver. That's the other one. And before you can even start losing weight, if you have any stage of fatty liver, and like I said, most of you don't even know you even have it. If you're overweight, most likely you're in a stage of fatty liver. You've got to reverse the fatty liver before you can even think about losing any of that body fat. Fatty liver disease, whatever stage you're in, it all depends on how long you've been overweight and how overweight you are, can be reversed very quickly. I have seen people revert. I've had clients who were told by their doctors that they had a full-blown fatty liver. And once we got them on the course and on the meal plan, then within just a few weeks, their fatty liver was reversing. Then they were able to start to lose that body fat. So fatty livers can be reversed very quickly. And like I said, most people don't even know they even have one. And they actually call the fatty liver disease a silent killer. Okay? Your sleep. You got to learn how to get at least 7 hours sleep. You got to learn how to relax. You got to learn how to, if you're stressed, how to release the stress, because lack of sleeping causes the body to stress. And that kind of stress, you're going to produce a hormone known as cortisol. There's two types of cortisol. You got a good one and a bad one. Stress to the body when you're not sleeping is a bad one. Cortisol will actually increase the hormone that is designed to store fat. So you're never going to actually dip into your own stored body fat and burn that off to burn the inches off in your body. Medication, if you're on medication, there's certain medication that actually slows weight loss down. You have to know that. That's part of your education. See, if you don't know that, then if your weight is coming off slowly, not as fast as some people weight is because of the certain medications you're taking. But eventually, by getting your body healthy, your objective is to get off the medication you are on. If it's blood pressure medication, you want, by lowering your fat, your body fat, is going to help your blood pressure. Okay, hydration. Boy, this one here is huge. The American public is chronically dehydrated because they're drinking more alcohol and more sugary juices and more sodas than they are regular good water. Now, our family's been drinking restructured hydrogen-rich water for over probably 12 years now, which is known by science as the strongest, the most powerful antioxidant on the planet, because it has a molecule known by science as molecular hydrogen H2. And there's actually a scientific group now that in the last 7 years that are solely researching molecular hydrogen H2, because now they've realized that this water has therapeutic abilities to reverse many disease models. And one of the simplest ones is reversing type 2 diabetes. And the water also helps to lose weight. So on top of changing the type of food you're eating and the time you're eating and balancing the hormones that are activating your fat loss, you drink the water. With every glass of water, you're actually contributing to your weight loss on top of all that. So there's a lot of factors that you're changing that's going to actually help your weight loss. So you really need to look into restructured hydrogen-rich water, you can message me at bill@billmabrycoaching.com if you want more information on that. Of course, your exercise routine. During your weight loss journey, while you're going through that process, now our courses are 60 and 90-day courses. And so during that 60 and 90-day courses, by exercising, you're actually going to activate hormones that are designed to depress appetite. You're also going to activate hormones that are actually going to increase your growth hormones and your bodybuilding hormones. And for us aged people, those of us that are even 60 plus, by exercising with the right routine, it's going to actually help slow premature aging because it's elevating growth hormones and muscle building hormones so that even us seniors can add lean muscle. So you got to be careful with the routine you're doing while you're trying to lose the weight, because if you're overtraining and if your routine isn't correct, then you're putting your body into a stress mode, which is going to increase what? It's going to increase cortisol, the bad one, which is known to do what? Activate the hormone that is designed to store fat. So your routine, your exercise routine actually needs to be specified for not only losing body fat, but also to help elevate hormones to add lean muscle, which will contribute to losing more body fat. You see these, does this all make sense yet, guys? All these different factors you need to know and why people fail after 60 days or so? Because they don't know this stuff. And it's very easy to learn this stuff. And once you've learned it, it's very simple to follow the course, especially the first 90 days. Monitoring your fat loss. Big one here, guys. Almost everybody that I talk to who are on a fat loss journey and who are just not getting the results they want, my question to them is, how are you guys monitoring you're even in fat burning? How are you guys monitoring that the food you're eating is putting you into fat burning? See, that's a big factor too. Your meal plan, again, right back to the meal plan, which is number 2. That meal plan needs to be set up where it's actually putting your body into fat burning. You understand what I'm saying? And so how do you know that the foods you're combining or eating, because we all aren't the same, how do you even know that you're even in fat burning if you're not monitoring your blood glucose and your blood ketone reading? See, those two have something in common. Your blood glucose levels and your ketone levels are what's going to tell you if you're actually in fat burning. Because ketones are produced in the liver, and those ketones are produced from fat only, not carbs. So if you've turned your body into a fat burning machine, then your ketones are going to be up. If they are not up, then you're not in fat burning, and you're not even burning your own stored fat at all, period. So it's very important that you monitor your blood glucose levels and your ketone levels. There's a ratio there that you want to be in all the time, especially for the first 180 to 102, for the first 6 months. You should be monitoring that, especially for the first 90 days, to make sure that the food combination you're eating is actually putting you in fat burning. How many of you guys have had your trainer, your personal trainer, or your health coach, or your nutritionist, or your whoever, explain to you what body set weight is? Now, I left this one for last, because this one here, not very many people know about this. Very few. And when I've asked people who are actually coming from a nutritionist, they've tried their program or they're trying some other diet program, and it worked great for the first couple of months, but then they plateaued too many times or they just couldn't do it. I asked him, I said, well, did your coach talk to you guys about what a body set weight is? And they never even heard of that. Well, most personal coaches haven't heard of it either. But it's actually talked about in science research. There's a doctor who is now been reversing type 2 diabetes for the last, I think, almost 15 years now, maybe longer. But 20 years ago or so, he realized that the medication for type 2 diabetes and obesity was not working. It never has worked. And he was upset about it because he just couldn't get these people off or reversing type 2 diabetes. So he looked into a 2,000-year-old program, the one that we're using, and decided to put his type 2 diabetics, his obesity patients, on this program. Come to find out that he was able to reverse their type 2 diabetes and obesity and get the type 2 diabetics off medication completely, naturally, by just changing the types of food that they were eating and the times they were eating. That's how simple it was. Of course, you have to change your meal plan also. But just by changing the types of food they're eating and the time they're eating, he's got thousands and thousands of research patients where he has documented his research, and now research is also documented, like Boston College or like USC or like Washington. I mean, they're all doing research on reversing many disease models just by changing the types of food that they're eating and when they eat. And Boston College is actually using it on their cancer patients with great success. See, so like I said, this program has been around for 2,000 years, but the body set weight, I'm going to give you a brief on how it works, what this means. At least you'll know. Okay, say you've been overweight for, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 years. Say you've been, you're 270 pounds and you're 6 foot or you're 5'11", and you're overweight by 50 or so pounds, okay, and you've been like this for a long time. Then all of a sudden you're watching my video here, and you're thinking, well, I'm going to contact Bill and I'm going to see what his program is like. And then we get on a consultation call, we talk for a while, and you decide, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to explain to you right away. You've been overweight for quite a few years. So your body set weight is at that weight. 250, 270. Now you're going to jump into a program that's designed to lower that weight. That body set weight isn't going to like that. It's not happy about it. And it's going to do whatever it can to sabotage your weight loss and keep that thermostat at that weight. So your body set weight actually is a thermostat. That's what they call it. Science. That's what science is calling it. But you have to know how to break through that body set weight in a way that you aren't going to have the food cravings or the carb cravings or the sweet cravings while you're trying to break through that. Because once you break through that body set weight, then the weight starts coming off, and you're going to hit another plateau, another body set weight. The body's going to hit a certain weight and say, hey, I like it here. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to sabotage you. No, we know how to get through that plateau, and it's not really hard to do, and we know how to stop the hormones that is going to actually cause your cravings to begin in the first place. And we are going to activate the hormones that are going to be able to that are going to help you lose weight, and the hormones that are depressing your appetite. You got hormones that actually will depress your appetite. These hormones will tell your brain you're not hungry. So you're going to be in a calorie deficit every other day. That's why we promote alternate day fasting as the primary end result to our course, because that's the simplest and easiest way to keep your weight off is doing alternate day intermittent fasting. Okay, guys? So guys, that kind of gives you an idea of there's many different factors in losing weight, and you need to know most of the common ones, and you need to understand that most of the people out there quit way too soon before they even start seeing the advantages, because they're not educated and they do not understand these common factors that you need to know about and you need to fix. Once you understand them, it becomes very simple to do, and then you're going to be on that weight loss journey. So guys, if you want some more information about what I'm talking about, you can go to my Facebook group page, Fat Loss Made Easy. Join it. You can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to that, or if you're looking for more information on our courses that we offer on our online courses, you can go to bill@billmabrycoaching.com. Okay guys, have a great day, and we'll see you guys at the next video.